We all have heard about the new Nalanda University. In this video, we'll be going over the key planning features, we'll be going over what makes this university so special, and we will be going over all the new technologies and the ways that the architects have used to make this university one of its kind. So this video will be a very informative video for all of you if you want to understand the planning and the other details that have went into making of this university. So without any delays, let's get started with the video, guys. The new campus is around 12 kilometers away from the ancient ruins of Nalanda University that was destroyed by Bakhtiyar Khilji. This new campus spans across 453 acres of land, and here's the map which shows all the existing villages, roads and water bodies on the site. The architects of Vastu Shilp Consultants considered all of these factors on the site, and at the heart of the site became the key planning point. They used the concept of rainwater harvesting tanks that were used in temples like Angkor Wat, also an ancient Indian temple. Like Angkor Wat, this massive water body that is as huge as 2 cricket grounds holds around 990 million liters of water, is intersected by 4 pathways at the center of this huge water body that they created. And at the center of this water body, they have the central library. It can also be because the ancient library was burnt. I don't know, but something to think about. The center also hosts the student hostel and this bazaar area that is covered by this bottle-shaped canopies. The entire planning of this university is done by the principle of Kal Chakra, where all the access points converge at the center point of this Kal Chakra, which also happens to be the lake, and in the center of the lake happens to be the library. This project is a net zero project, which means that this site won't be consuming any non-renewable source of energy. Hence, the site has its own dedicated solar power station. The entry of this site is from the northeast part of the site, from the Rajgir Drive. The entire campus is pedestrian centric, and the furthest building is around 10 minutes walking distance from the center. The campus will have separate pedestrian, bike and electric bus route. Next to this water body, towards the east direction, we have the administrative centers, we have the international centers and the academic block of this university. As we move towards the western part of this water body, we have the sports facilities, the health facilities and other public amenities. Large chunk of lands are left vacant on the east directions, and towards the south direction, these open chunk of land are used for agricultural purposes and also to mitigate floods in the flood seasons. And towards the north from the lake, we have the school facilities, and towards the south, we have accommodation and stay areas for faculties. One interesting thing that I found about the administration block, it looks exactly like the replica of the old Nalanda University that you might have seen in a lot of pictures, and here you can see that they look almost similar to each other. So the architects have tried to incorporate some element of the ancient architecture of Nalanda University over here. Now let's talk about the other passive house techniques that architects have used here. Architects have used cavity walls to trap the heat between the wall and keep the interior of the classrooms, the administrative blocks and the schools cooler than the usual outside temperature. They have used heat exchanger to absorb the heat from the air conditioning and heat the water. They have used calculated passive shading devices to shade the building and keep it further cooler. They have used evaporative cooling by planning the entire campus around this huge lake, which results in lowering the entire temperature of these small clusters of housings and administrative blocks and the academic blocks. One very interesting term that I heard was they have used dissonant enhanced evaporative air conditioning systems. As we have seen that this site is huge and the construction over here was also very humongous, and there were a lot of excavation. So all the soil that was taken out through the excavation process is treated and then converted into CSEB. CSEB stands for compressed stabilized earth blocks, and these blocks are fit for construction. 80% of the wastewater from this site will be reused for irrigation and landscaping purposes, which also makes this site a water positive site. So they have used and reduced the wastage that was coming out of the site, which further gives them more points in becoming a net zero or lowering the entire carbon footprint of this entire site. These kind of projects can be an inspiration for entire India to go towards more sustainable solutions for universities, colleges, public buildings, residential areas, and making the environment and livability factor of that area better, using less resources, consuming less energy, conserving more resources for the generations that are about to come. What are your thoughts on these kind of projects? Please mention your thoughts in the comment section. And if you like this video, please go ahead, hit a like, subscribe to my channel. I keep making these amazing videos for you just so that you grow, I grow, and we can make this community stronger. So take care of yourself, keep supporting Aki Vlogs, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.